Hello and welcome. Sonia Braga was known as the Brazilian Bombshell at the start of her lengthy television and film careers. She's been one of the country's biggest stars ever since. Sonia initially made her name on Brazilian television dramas, or telenovelas as they're called, often playing sexy young women in romantic leads. But she burst onto the international scene with a role in Dona, Flor and Her Two Husbands. Then, in 1988, with the Oscar-winning The Kiss of the Spider-Woman opposite William Hurt and Raoul Julia. She quickly won a number of Hollywood roles, including the Milagro Bean Field War, Moon Over Parador opposite Richard Dreyfuss, and The Rookie with Clint Eastwood. Sonia was a delightful flirt when I met her at the Cannes Film Festival for the screening of The Kiss of the Spider-Woman and a chat with several other journalists.
In here you say you like working, you prefer almost, I don't think you say that, but you imply it, that you prefer working in television in Brazil because it's the art form in Brazil.
It's not because I prefer. I like to work for TV. I really like it. In Brazil, television, it's very, very different. It's something, it's a phenomenon.
Why? In what way?
You know, the best actors and actresses and directors work for TV in Brazil. It's like, and the commercials, everything's very good. And Brazil export not only soap opera, but like short, like in movies, you know, short stories for all of the world. Brazilian actress went to China, and she is very, very known there, in China, because of TV global. Because of TV, I mean.
But are you saying that the movie industry just doesn't have the stature, or is not a very good quality? That
what do you mean?
Well, you say all the good actors and actresses work on television.
Yeah.
But what happens about the movie industry then? I mean, isn't that? Don't
In
you
the
get
movies?
the good actors and actresses working in the movies?
Oh, sure. Sure, they do TV and they do... What I mean is, it's not actors only for TV, or actors only for movies, or actors only for theater. We do everything.
But you yourself personally prefer TV?
I think it's important to do TV in Brazil because, you know, it's a big, big country. And most of the people in Brazil don't go to see movies. And they have no opportunity to go to see theater because most of theater is in São Paulo and Rio. So it's when you do TV, it's network, you know, it goes for all of the country. So it's I think it's important to do TV in Brazil. Very important.
Your career started in TV as well,
Yeah.
did it? Not on the stage.
20 years ago.
She was 2.
2 years ago. 3.
I was a baby.
No, you were a baby.
I was 14. So 34.
That's right. Very honest.
Very honest. Oh, sure. Sure.
But I'm just curious. I've never been to Brazil. In fact, I've never been to.
I've never been to Australia.
We'll
That's
get you
okay. Let's change.
Okay. We'll
You
get
know,
you
from here, you go to Brazil, I go to Australia.
Okay.
Okay?
there. Yes. But I assume that Brazil has. I mean, every small town has a cinema,
Yeah.
right? So, and don't the Brazilians tend to go to the going to the movies is
Showing
cheap?
American movies.
Yeah. Only
Okay.
American movies, or predominantly
No,
American.
no, I mean, most, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same problem. No.
So when did you first become aware, as a result of the movies, of your international stardom? If you like?
When it starts,
Yeah. When did you become aware of it? So when obviously doing TV, you were only known nationally.
yeah.
But when you started to do films, that then gave you an
Oh, at the
international
same time. When I started to do movies?
Yeah.
At the same time. When I was, the first one I think it was 17. The first movie I did, 17. You know, I was doing soap operas for TV and at the same time movies, and that was my luck because some people just do TV and some people just do movies or do both, but you know, sometimes one it's good and not the other one. I was very lucky because I did soap operas, very special, very good, and the moves I did recently, Dona Flor.
I mean, just by instinct, you felt that you were going to be in it.
I don't know. It's hard to say because I think that every book I read, I think if I like the book, I think I will be in the movie. I feel the same when I read, what's the name? I don't know in English. A Crônica de uma Morte Anunciada, Gabriel Garcia Marques. It's a chronicle of the death, told death.
So 100 Days.
No, not the last one. It's the chronic about the death told, something like that. When I read the book, I was crazy about it. And now I know that someone is doing the movie, and I'm not in the movie.
Oh.
So.
Can't win them all. Can't win them all.
So look, you realise that we haven't seen the movie. You know that we have not yet seen.
Yeah, I know.
Right.
I know.
Can I just get clear then? Do you actually play only characters in the movie, or do we see you?
I'm like
in the movie?
Just the memory in the movie, the memory about two men.
Right.
Because.
In Raoul's imagination.
Yeah, exactly. Or in the memory, or in the movie they talk about.
So how many characters do you actually play in it?
There are 3 roles. One is Lenny La Maison, who is a singer in the cabaret in France here and during the occupation Nazi. The other one is Martha, who is the girlfriend of Raoul. We talk about her. And the third is the Spider Woman.
Right. So how different? I mean, obviously the Spider Woman's considerably different, but what about the other two?
They are so different.
Yeah.
They are so different.
So is that
one in the 40s, the other one's so up to date, the other one's a spider is weird. It's a small party, in the movie. I'm so comfortable, to talk about the movie because it's like I'm the memory in the movie, I'm there, but it's like a memory.
Right. So was it easy to do the 3 roles, or was it a challenge that took a bit of hard
Lenny
work?
La Maison, for me, it was give more time to do that because she's a singer.
Can you sing? Do you sing?
I did. It's done. It's done. I had to. No, I'm not a singer, and I had to sing in French. So it was 2 words, and her act, it's like to cry beautifully, to suffer beautifully. So she posed all the time, and but what's hard to do on that is the real feelings, but posing. It was so good to do.
Which of these 3 parts?
The other day, a critic told me, "I think you overact." I look at him and thought, "No, I didn't. She did." You know what I mean? So.
You were saying, sorry.
I was just going to ask which one of these 3 was the nicest to do. Which one of these 3 was the nicest and the easiest bit to do? Can you compare them at all?
I don't know. That it's not easy. It's not hard. To act when you enjoy what you do. It's you think it's not easy, and but you enjoy, so it's not hard. So it's I love to do that.
And
work.
You were saying that you don't have any scenes at all with Bill Hurt in the film.
No.
So he never appears in the fantasies.
No.
In the memories. The
because
movies.
he just talk about movies. When he talk about memories, He's a homosexual, so he never talk about me. He talk about the guys, who is
Right.
Nuno Leal Maia,
Right.
the other actor. It's not me. I'm not in his memory.
No, no.
About love, I mean.
Right.
May I ask if there are any steamy sex scenes like in Dona Flor?
Unfortunately, no.
You say unfortunately.
No, I
unfortunately.
said unfortunately,
Why do you say unfortunately?
because I love scenes.
You like them?
Oh yeah.
Not hard to do.
Hard to do.
Huh?
Not hard to do. Difficult.
What do you mean, in movies or in the real life?
In movies.
In the movie.
No, not in the movies. No.
How did the public's image of you change? Because they've known you obviously for most of the 20 years all of the 20 years
I'm
on
not
TV.
changed.
You haven't changed, but your image would have changed.
But I'm
When you
not
started
changed.
to do sexy roles.
Think about it. What people thought
Oh,
about you.
if I knew that.
Oh, come on, you
If
go.
I knew that.
People must, there'd be a reaction. Wasn't there shock or surprise? No?
No, I don't think so.
You're not aware of any anti-reaction to one of Brazil's favourite TV actresses suddenly tearing her clothes off?
No, because I did it in hair when I was 18.
Yes, but that's for you. I'm talking about the public reaction, though. Because people tend to identify. I mean, it'd be like casting John Wayne as a homosexual.
Pardon?
Well, if you...
John
if you-
A.
John Wayne.
John Wayne?
Yes, as a homosexual, for instance. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah, why not?
Do you see what I mean?
I
You have a
know.
nice, clean TV image. Then suddenly you do a string of movies
No,
where you...
do you know why? Because I do it together. The same time I did, for example, a soap opera. The girl very shy. I did Dona Flor.
But there was no reaction from the public. Surprised that suddenly you were doing this.
The reaction was so good. You know what? Because I just do movies because I want to see that movie. And I think that the function, when I talk about nature, look this, it's so
Sure.
beautiful.
Oh, I agree.
So I feel so ridiculous with the clothes. Yeah, when you see this, it's so beautiful. So I think that when you do a movie, what success is, when you just correspond of the desire of the public. So they want me to do that. That's why they weren't shocked when they saw it. Because in certain way, they asked me to do that.
What ways?
Huh?
What ways?
I mean, in certain way,
But what
I think
ways?
I think that the audience needed. I didn't know that. It's unconscious, right? But they needed. So I did it. And they went to see it. And they applauded.
In 2020, the New York Times ranked Sonia at 24 in its list of the 25 greatest actors of the 21st century. During the time of the making of the Milagro Bean Field Wars, she was also in a relationship with Robert Redford, and of course Redford co-produced and directed the film. In the 1990s, Sonia accepted a number of roles back in Brazilian novelas and has split her time between there and New York ever since. Her most recent film is Shotgun Wedding with Jennifer Lopez.